Did you know that a shocking 70% of new businesses don't even make it past their first 10 years? It's true. And for many that do survive, it's this constant chase, a hamster wheel of trends and pressure, often leading straight to burnout. But what if the secret is not just surviving, but truly thriving, to building something that lasts, something that actually matters, isn't about jumping on the next shiny trend? What if it's about something much deeper? I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes, the Destiny Designer. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for consuming the content. And today, we're going to dive into designing your business with purpose and passion. It takes unshakable faith and achieve unstoppable success. Now, are you tired of the chase? Just exhausted from pouring your heart, your soul, your savings into business ideas that end up feeling empty. Or maybe you're caught in the current right now, feeling that huge pressure to keep up, to pivot, to constantly reinvent, only to feel like you're not building anything real, anything that will leave a genuine mark. You see others who seem to be crushing it by riding these waves, but you just can't shake that nagging feeling that there's got to be more than quick profits and a temporary win. The endless hunt for what's hot right now is a fast track to exhaustion. It becomes a cycle of wasted effort, wasted resources, and ultimately it waters down your unique spark. Your oil, though, is meant to flow freely. You can end up with a business that looks okay on paper for a season, but it's missing a soul. The core reason for being the thing that is going to allow you to handle any storm. All that pivoting can create a real disconnect between your big plans and what you would do day to day is a classic trap. And let's be honest, it's soul crushing, isn't it? You didn't start a business to feel like a cog in the machine, even if it's a machine that you built. You dreamed of making an impact, of feeling fulfilled, of creating something that truly reflects you and what you stand for. You want to make a difference and a dollar. And what if I told you that there is another way? A way to stop chasing and start building, a way to design a business that's not only hugely successful and tough, but also deeply fulfilling and makes a real difference. The emphasis is on real difference. That's exactly why you're here today. So stay with me to get all the real details, and I'm leaving nothing out, and you're going to get more along the way. I'm really pouring you some tea today. So buckle up and let's go. See, in this video, we're not just going to be talking about another business strategy. We're pulling back the curtain on a powerful actionable blueprint, if you would, to build a business that's grounded in your divine purpose and fueled by your authentic passion. This isn't about quick fixes or surface level tricks. No, this is about laying the foundation for a legacy, a business that doesn't just survive trends, but rises above them. Yeah, a business that thrives financially and makes you feel good. It's a business that you are incredibly proud to lead every single day because it means something. It means something. Are you ready to build it? So let's go ahead and get started. Right before we even think about laying the first brick for this thriving business, we need to get super clear on two foundational ideas that often get mixed up, but are actually very distinct: passion and purpose. See, nailing this difference is foundational to the blueprint that you are building today. So what's passion? Passion is that fire in your belly. It's what gets you excited, gives you energy. It's the stuff that you could talk about for absolutely hours. It's those activities, those subjects, those challenges that just naturally pull you in and make you feel alive. It's what fuels your wants. It gets you up every day. It puts that pep in your step. It's about what you genuinely love doing. It's what you're intensely curious about. That's your passion. It's personal, it's vibrant, and it's often the spark that gets the whole kingdompreneurial journey thing going in the first place. Passion gives you that initial burst of energy, that enthusiasm to get things moving. It's what makes you want to create, to innovate, to share something with the world. Now let's talk about purpose. Purpose is the why behind what you do. It's deeper. It's the reason that your business exists beyond just making money. Purpose is about how your business serves other people, how it contributes to the world, or what real problems it is trying to solve. It's the impact that you want to make. It's the kingdom assignment, your kingdom assignment. It's that Jeremiah 29:11, the plans that God has for you. See, while passion is about what you love, purpose is about that how that love turns into value for others and for the greater good. It answers that big question. Why does this business actually matter? But here's the crucial bit. While passion gets you started, it's purpose that keeps you going. Passion can fade. It can dip when things get tough, when the initial excitement wears off, or when the daily grind of business really kicks in. Purpose, though, is like an anchor. It gives you lasting motivation, resilience, and it's a guiding light to guide you through all the storms that come with entrepreneurship. Like the lighthouse in the sea. See, business born from passion is exciting, it's sure, but business fueled by purpose are the ones that really stick around. They build deeper connections with customers, inspire incredible loyalty, not just from clients, but from the team also. And it gives you a profound sense of meaning that keeps you going through thick and thin. The most successful, thriving, and impactful businesses don't just pick one, they blend both beautifully. They start with a genuine passion and then are carefully crafted and driven by a clear, unwavering purpose. And that, my friend, is where the magic truly begins. Understanding this synergy is the first step in unlocking some serious, unstoppable success. Now, recently, I had a friend that passed away, a sorority sister, just 60 years old, but she was making a significant impact in the world. She was doing some great things in the last 4 or 5 years. And it reminded me that tomorrow is not promised. Now, we say that and we believe that, but we don't really act like it, do we? So what I want you to do, and that sparked this particular video, is I want you to make that impact today, because tomorrow really isn't promised. I want to make sure that you are obedient to God's nudges. And he's nudged me in 3 different areas just recently this week because of all of this craziness. Now, before we dive deep into the pitfalls as well as the blueprint, I'm going to ask you to hit the like button and help get this to more purpose-driven leaders just like you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. All right, let's say that finding this intersection between passion and purpose, your divine alignment, it can be difficult if you're trying to do it alone. I'll put the link in the description for my Unleash Your Crown challenge that will help you align, amplify, and accelerate your journey. You can choose to do it on yourself, self-paced online course, or get personalized through a 3-day challenge with yours truly, me. Again, that link is going to be in the description below. Now, let's get into more meat. In a previous video, I dealt with some pitfalls or some mistakes. So I want you to go ahead and check that one out. It's called Rise Above the Struggle, Common Mistakes Christian Female Entrepreneurs Make, so you can avoid these pitfalls. Now, it's good for both male and female, so go ahead and check it out and don't shortchange yourself and not watch it. All right. There is this tempting allure of trend chasing. And why? If you want to build a legacy business, it's usually a dead end. See, in our super connected world, new trends pop up like lightning speed. It's tempting though, right? Yeah, we want to get the fast track to more views, more suppliers, just more clients. We want it, right? But to jump on the bandwagon, ride that wave of popularity and hope for a quick win, many businesses are built this way, constantly shifting, constantly trying to catch the next big thing. But there's the uncomfortable truth. Here it is. Building a business only on fleeting trends is like building a house on quicksand. Can you say Matthew 7:26? What are the real dangers here? First, short-term wins often lead to long-term headaches. Sure, you might see a quick spike in interest or sales, but trends, by their very nature, don't last. When the hype fizzles out, so can your business. Unless you're already scrambling to find that next trend. This creates a reactive, unstable way of doing business, always vulnerable to what the market feels like doing. You're constantly playing catch up instead of leading. Short-term strategies often mean that you're just shuffling value around, not actually creating lasting value for the future. Second, you risk blending into the crowd. A profound lack of differentiation. See, there's no unique value added. When you're chasing the same trends as everybody else, how do you actually stand out? See, your unique voice, your unique offering just gets lost in a sea of sameness. That's why many feel that the market is saturated. They're trying to do what everybody else is doing, and customers will have a hard time seeing why they should choose you over the dozens of others doing the exact same thing. Now, I will remind you that God did not create imitators. He created you unique. We all have, or he says, we have these treasures in earthen vessels, and you are a treasure. This makes building any kind of brand loyalty incredibly tough if you're trying to keep up with the trends or keep up with the Joneses, as we used to say. People might be drawn to it by the trend, but they won't stick around for you if there's no deeper connection. Third, it can be absolutely soul crushing and a fast track to burnout. See, constantly changing direction, learning new skills only for them to be outdated in a flash, and the pressure of always being on trend, it's exhausting. Remember why you started this entrepreneurial journey in the first place. Was it to be a slave to an algorithm or to build something meaningful that reflects the vision that God gave you? See, chasing trends often pulls you further and further away from your core passion and any real sense of purpose, leaving you feeling unfulfilled and honestly, a bit like a fraud. This kind of environment is a breeding ground for stress and anxiety, and I don't want any parts of that. What about you? Fourth, you become super vulnerable to market shifts and outside shocks. See, businesses built on flimsy trims don't have the deep roots of a purpose-driven company. When the economy takes a hit, or when what people want genuinely changes for the long haul and not just a fad, these businesses are often the first to fall apart. Think about Blockbuster. Yeah. They haven't built that resilience, these businesses, and it comes from a loyal customer base connected to a deeper mission. They haven't done that. And finally, number 5, it makes building a true legacy pretty much impossible. See, legacies are built on foundations of consistency, value, and lasting impact. It's eternal. Trend chasing is all about the here and now, the temporary. It's about what's hot today, not what's next in a truly meaningful way. You can't build something that lasts, something that your kids or your community will remember and benefit from if your core identity changes with every single season. Companies that focus too much on the short term often run into problems like higher CEO turnover and negative effects on their people. Or in your case, as an entrepreneur, giving up on the business altogether. Think about the brands that you really admire, the ones that have truly stood the test of time. Are they the ones that jumped on every single fad? Or are they the ones that stayed true to a core mission, innovated with from a place of deep understanding, and built a relationship with their customer base on shared values? I think that was a rhetorical question. The answer is pretty clear. To build a business that thrives in the long run, you need to look beyond the glitter of the fleeting trends and anchor yourself on something much more solid. Yeah. So if chasing trends is just a recipe for a short-lived, unfulfilling business, what's the alternative? How do you actually build that business that we've been talking about? One that's not only successful and profitable, but also resilient, impactful, and truly aligned with who you are. Enter in the Crowned framework that I use. That's right. Now, this isn't about a bunch of vague ideas and inspirational quotes, though I like to help you adjust your crown. You're absolutely right. The Crowned framework is a structured, intentional framework for designing and building your business from the ground up with purpose and passion as its absolute cornerstones. It's a strategic way of thinking that shifts your focus from reacting to trends to proactively building a legacy. Think of it like the architectural plans of a skyscraper. You know, I'm a prophetic architect, right? You wouldn't even dream of building a massive structure meant to last for generations without super detailed blueprint, right? You think about the foundation, the core structure, the materials, how every single part connects to create something cohesive, strong, and functional. In the same way, the Crowned framework guides you through the essential pieces of putting together a business that truly is built to last and to make a difference. It's about the intentional design, making conscientious choices about every part of your business to make sure it aligns with your core purpose and uses your unique passions. This blueprint will help you move from just having a business idea to truly crafting a mission-driven venture that thrives. It's about creating a business that's not just a way of making money, but a powerful expression of your values and your vision for a better world. Ready to see how this is structured? I know you are. First pillar. Oh, the first pillar in the Crown framework, you could say the most important one, is all about getting the absolute core of your business. We got to get to that absolute core. The C stands for character. You must become the person. Because see, character, your character, really does count. It's the personal development, but it's also as a purpose-driven leader, you want to represent the kingdom well. This encompasses being a person of integrity. The R, your reign. It's the who you serve. It's your metron. It's what you are going to be visible. We want you to be visible and magnetically attract the right people. Your reign, your dominion. The O is your organization. It's the structure of your business and the systems that you have in place. This alone yields the profitability of your business, especially when coupled with your reign. Then W is for worth. This is your value and how you perceive yourself. I say you need to see yourself through the eyes of the cross. You're not concerned about external or environmental structures and what people think. Your confidence, though, is a significant game changer for your company. If you are passionate about what you do, it will show. The N, your vision and your view. This is your vision for the future. It's how you view your company and where you're taking it. Now, that's the framework in a nutshell. But don't leave just yet. I'm not done. I want you to get action items of what you can do, leading you toward unshakable faith and unstoppable success. You won't stop if you're just divinely aligned and your crown is adjusted with passion and with purpose. But that alone won't keep you going. So let's hone in on focusing on two huge questions. The who are you here to serve, and the why. Why does your business even exist? Without real clarity on these, everything else is just a background noise. So let's start with the who. Who is your ideal customer? And I don't just mean the basic stuff, like the age. How old are they? Where do they live? The location? How much income are they making? We need to go much, much deeper than that. Who do you exist to help? What are their deepest pain points, their frustrations, the challenges that keep them staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m.? What are their dreams, their aspirations, their big desires? What are they staying up at night concerned about? What are they complaining about? What does a day in their life actually look like? To truly get to your who, you need to develop some serious empathy. Now, this might mean creating detailed customer avatars, and ChatGPT can help you with some of that. Actually talking to people through interviews, sending out surveys, or even just spending time in the online communities where your ideal customer hang out, the Facebook groups. You need to understand their view of the world, the language that they use, the struggles that they face, that your business then is perfectly positioned in order to help them with, or the aspirations that your business can help them reach. This isn't just about picking a target market. No, it's about deeply connecting with the human beings you're committed to serving. The better you know your who, the better you can tailor everything. Your offering, your messaging, your entire business is going to then meet a genuine need. See, clarity is critical. I go deeper into working with clients in order to get this, but just suffice it to say, it will make a big difference. Absolutely, it will. Jeanne 5x'd her results because we identified her who. We got clarity on it. She went from having $200,000 under management to $1 million under management in 13 months. And the hint is most of that gain was in the last month after we got the clarity. So now once you are or have crystal clear picture of who it is that you serve, it's time to nail down your why. Now, this is your core purpose. What is the deep, emotional, foundational, or fundamental reason your business matters? Not just to you, but to those customers that you just identified. You just defined them. Why should they care? Why should anyone care? Your why is not just your products or service. Your product or service is the what you do. Your why is the driving force behind it. It's the change that you want to create, the problem that you want to solve, the value that you want to bring to people's lives or to the world. This is where your passion often meets a bigger need. Now, for example, and of course I went to ChatGPT to get a couple of these examples here. Your passion might be for sustainable living. That's your passion. Your who might be environmentally conscious families struggling to find eco-friendly products. Your why then could be to empower families to live healthier, more sustainable lives, creating a better future for the next generation. You see how that is much more powerful than just saying, hey, we want to sell some eco-friendly products. And I like the way ChatGPT put that one. Now, figuring out your why often takes a bit of soul searching. What truly motivates you beyond the money? Mm-hmm. What impact do you want your life and by extension, your business to have? What injustice and inefficiency are you fired up to tackle? What unique perspective or experience do you bring that lets you serve your who in a way that no one else can? Your why is the heart of your brand. It's what will attract your tribe, what will build your unshakable loyalty, and what will keep you anchored when things really do get tough. See, for me, it's the biblical finances. That's one area. I have 4 books on finance, all from a biblical perspective, and I've taught biblical finance for 20 plus years. And I saw my students get the theology and theory, and they would pass the test, but their finances were still jacked up, as I would say. Me seeing believers no longer being broke, busted, and disgusted like the rest of the world is what fuels me into making sure I share the message of biblical money management with so many churches and schools and Christian universities. Because if we don't look like the rest of the world, then they are going to ask, what manner of man is this that we serve? So action steps for you. The first of them. Take some time this week, seriously. Grab a notebook. For the who, write down everything you can think about your ideal customer. Go beyond the surface stuff. What are their fears, their dreams, their daily struggles? What are they staying up at night worried about? What are they complaining about to their friends or their spouses? For the why, ask yourself why 7 times. I say go 7 levels deep. Start with the question. I want to start a business to do X, Y, and Z. Then ask, why is that important? 1 level. Ask again after you got that answer. Why is that important? Then why is that important? You're going to keep asking 7 levels deep. You're going to keep digging until you hit something that really hits home on an emotional level. This clarity on your who and your why is the rock solid foundation your thriving, purpose-driven business will be built on. Wow. So now that we've laid the foundation with your who and your why, the second pillar is all about turning that core understanding into real direction and how you will operate. We're still working with that powerful who, why, what, how vision idea. But now we define what you're striving to achieve and how you'll run things to get there. So let's tackle the what. This is your mission. Now, based on your deep understanding of who you serve, your who, and your core reason for existing, your why, what's the bold, ambitious, measurable goal that you're shooting for? This isn't just about daily tasks. It's about a significant overarching aim. Now, you probably heard Jim Collins talk about the BHAG, your big, hairy, audacious goal. That's what we're talking about here. See, your what should be inspiring, but also concrete. It should really stretch you and your team. For example, if your why is to empower those families to live healthier, more sustainable lives, your what might be to become the most trusted resource for sustainable family living in your region within 5 years, helping 10,000 families transition to a lower impact lifestyle. Or if your passion is software development and your purpose then is to help small businesses streamline their work, your what could be to build the most intuitive and affordable project management tool for creative freelancers, empowering 100,000 users to save 5 hours of administrative work each day or each week. See, a powerful what gives you focus. It gives everyone in your organization a clear target. It helps you decide what to prioritize with your time and your resources. It's the tangible way that your purpose shows up in action. It needs to be something that when you achieve it, will clearly show that you're living out your why and really serving your who. I absolutely love that. Now, recently, I hired an executive coach. Yes, I invested in me. That's right. And we should remember character counts. I was going through a lot of transition. If you followed me in any length of time, you know I had a lot of ups and downs last year, and I was really making some big decisions. And I wanted, not only as I do it for other people, I want something that was going to rebrand me and put everything in focus of all of what I had to do. So let me say this to you. The outcome of that is this. I am Chonta Haynes, widely known as the Destiny Designer. I'm an author, a speaker, a coach, and a consultant, empowering individuals, leaders, and organizations to unlock purpose, to accelerate personal growth, and to cultivate financial and legacy level success. Now, with a strong foundation in business development and strategic empowerment, I help clients move from clarity to action, bridging the gap between where they are and where they are destined to be. See, my mission is to guide high capacity individuals and visionary teams to not only discover their purpose, but to build profitable, principle based platforms that thrive. So, whether you're navigating transition, scaling your vision, or seeking greater financial freedom, I offer frameworks and strategies that produce tangible outcomes, sustainable growth, and kingdom minded impact. I take you from potential to performance, from profit or purpose to profit, from stagnation to success. I specialize in creating transformational content, activating wealth building mindsets, and designing breakthrough coaching experiences that empower clients to steward both vision and value through customized consulting, signature talks, and immersive coaching. I help individuals and organizations reimagine what's possible, then implement the steps to build it. Now, doesn't that sound like this program, this video in a nutshell? Am I not aligned? Well, hopefully now you know a little bit more about me and what I do. And you can also check more out about me at my website at chontahaynes.com to see the books, the online courses, as well as the coaching that I do provide. But now back to the blueprint. I know this is longer than most of my videos, but please stay along with me. Stay tuned because there's so much more value here. And I wanted to give it to you all together and you can take your time going through it. Again, subscribe for more content just like this and watch the other videos specifically on what you are dealing with right now as well as in the future. So next up, the how. This is all about your values. See, what are the guiding principles that will shape how you run your business every single day? How will you act with your customers, your employees, your suppliers, and the wider community as you chase your what? Values aren't just nice sounding words that you slap on a poster, that vision board. Yeah, it's a little bit deeper than that. They are the deeply ingrained beliefs that shape your company culture, your decision making, and your brand reputation. Now, for me, my values are summarized in the acronym Unstoppable Success. You'll see me use those phrases or that phrase, and I did it in this video too. But let me back it up. It's the unshakable faith, the noble character, the stewardship, the timeliness, the order, the personal development, the professionalism, the authenticity, the bold achievement, the loyalty, the excellence, the structure, the uncompromising integrity, the compassion, the contribution, the empowerment, the spiritual wisdom, and the stability. Again, unstoppable success. See, your how, your values should be authentic and something that you can actually do. They should be obvious in everything that you do, from how you develop products to your marketing campaigns, from how you handle customer complaints to how you treat your team. When your actions consistently match your stated values, you build trust as well as credibility, both inside and outside of your company. These values become the compass that guides behavior and helps everyone in your organization make choices that line up with your overall purpose and mission. Again, unstoppable success. My favorite scripture that most of you will hear me say, always quoting it, Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do it with all of your heart, as unto the Lord and not to man. Do you not hear the faith in there? The excellence in there? Professionalism? Yeah, for sure. Unstoppable success. Now here's your action step for you. Building on your who and your why, take some time to define your what and your how. For your what, draft a mission statement or a BHAG, if you would, that feels both ambitious and achievable. Now, directly linking back to your purpose, of course. Make it specific and measurable if you can. For your how, list 3 to 5 core values. Not all of the ones that I listed, but 3 to 5 core values that are non-negotiables for your business. For each value, I want you to write a short sentence or two explaining what it means in practice for your business. How will this value actually show up in your daily operations? Now, with your who, your why, your what, and your how clearly defined, you're creating a powerful internal alignment that will be the engine for your purpose-driven business. This isn't just an exercise. It's about building the very DNA of a company designed to thrive and make a difference. These elements together will form your cohesive vision. Are we ready for the purpose-driven design? All right. We have defined your who you're going to serve, your why you exist, the what you're aiming for, and the how you operate. Now let's dive into that third pillar, the purpose-driven design, or PDD, if you would. This is all about making sure that every single choice that you make, every product that you create, every service that you offer, and every interaction that you have is intentionally aligned with your core purpose and really considers the needs of your audience. Your purpose-driven design is a way of thinking that weaves your purpose into the very fabric of how you do things and what you offer. So what are these key ideas behind the purpose-driven design? First, let's uncover the true need. This goes right along with understanding your who and your why. PDD constantly asks, what's the real problem we're solving here? Are we just treating a symptom, or are we getting to the root cause? It's about looking past what people say they want to the fundamental needs and their challenges. This ensures that your solutions are genuinely valuable and make a real impact. Second, it's the empathy. Really digging into your target audience's needs, desires, and pain points is very important. This isn't a one-time thing. See, PDD requires ongoing engagement, listening, and it's a commitment to seeing the world through the eyes of your customer. It's this empathetic approach that builds emotional connection and makes sure that your solutions are truly user-centric, user-focused, if you would. As people increasingly expect authenticity and for brands to share their values, empathy in design becomes absolutely crucial. The third thing, embrace collaboration. Yeah, get your stakeholders involved, your team, your customers, even your partners in this creative and problem-solving process. Different perspectives lead to richer insights and more innovative solutions. We can't do it all in a vacuum. It doesn't work. Collaboration also builds buy-in and ensures that what you're creating actually does click with those that it's meant for. It helps create a sense of shared ownership also in the mission. The fourth aim is for simplicity. Now, in a world that's often overwhelming, and we can see that with all these choices, clear, direct, and intuitive solutions really do stand out. PDD encourages you to cut through the noise and to find the most elegant and straightforward way to address the need that you've identified. This doesn't mean simplistic. It means simply or thoughtfully refined. Simplicity makes things easier for users and makes your value easier to see and appreciate. Fifth, data-driven decisions. Now, while purpose and passion are your guides, data and feedback are your tools for checking your ideas and getting better all the time. Use the analytics on your website. Get customer feedback from your emails that you get from them. Do market research to test your ideas. Measure how well your solutions are working and make smart adjustments. This ensures that you're not just guessing, but you are genuinely meeting the needs and making progress toward your goals. This also ties into your importance of the real-time feedback in your strategy. And finally, the big one, alignment. That's right. This is where it all comes together. Every creative choice, every operational process, every marketing message, every new product feature must, you hear me, must line up with your broader strategic purpose and your social goals if you have them. This unwavering alignment is what creates a cohesive, authentic, and powerful brand experience. It ensures that your business doesn't just talk about the purpose, but it lives it in every single action. Authentic purpose isn't just a document, it's the cause, the cause that your team sees and supports every single day. Purpose-driven design transforms your business from just being a collection of activities into a well-oiled machine, all working together towards a common, meaningful goal. It ensures that you're not just busy, but that you're busy doing the right things, things that create real value for your customers and move you closer to fulfilling your core purpose. It's fruitfulness, not busyness. Brands that truly integrate purpose into their strategies are earning trust and fostering serious loyalty. This intentionality is what separates businesses that merely exist from those that truly thrive and make a lasting impact. Well, we've explored the foundational pillars now, understanding your who, your why, your what, and your how, and embracing your purpose-driven design. Now let's get really practical here, because these are couch conversations, right? How do you take these concepts and actively build or transform your business into a purpose-driven powerhouse? This section of the blueprint lays out, the section of this video, we're going to lay out 5 actionable steps. 5. Step 1. Define and refine your purpose. That's right. This is going to bring us back to our earlier chat about your why, but it's also so vital that it deserves its own step in this building process. Your purpose is the absolute cornerstone. It has to be more than just profit. Yeah. It should clearly state the core reason that your business exists and the positive change that you want to make in the world, reflecting your deepest values. Remember, making a difference and a dollar. So the actionable tip here is that if you've done your who and your why exercise, go back to it. Refine your purpose statement. Is it clear? Is it concise? Is it inspiring? Does it feel authentic to you and relevant to your audience? Share it with a trusted friend or mentor and see if it resonates. If it's okay that it might take a bit of time and a few tries to get this right. And I will say that a coach or a mentor can help you save time and money when this is concerned. That is what I do, or part of what I do anyway. But that's step 1. Step 2, align your purpose with all, capital ALL, all of your business practices. Now, this is where the rubber really does meet the road. A purpose statement is pretty meaningless if it isn't woven into the very fabric of your company. You need to integrate your purpose into every part of your business. This includes your products or service development. It's asking questions like, how can what you offer more directly serve your purpose? Are there features you can add or materials that you can use that better reflect your mission? It's in your operations, from your supply chain to your internal processes. How can you operate in a way that's consistent with your values. It goes into hiring and your team culture. Hire people who connect with your purpose. Build a company culture where the purpose is understood, it's embraced, and it's championed by everyone. See, purpose-driven companies often see higher employee engagement, and people tend to stick around longer. It's also seen in customer service. How can your customer interactions reinforce your purpose? Is your purpose, is it about empowerment? If it is about empowerment, how can you support team empower your customers? How can your support team empower your customers? You see how it all goes together? It also is shown up in your marketing and your sales. Your messaging should authentically reflect your purpose, not just your products. Your actionable tip here for number 2, conduct a purpose audit. Go through each department or a key function in your business and ask, how does this activity currently line up with our purpose? How could it line up better? And identify 1 or 2 key changes that you can make in each area to strengthen that alignment. Step number 3, communicate your purpose consistently and authentically. Now, once your purpose is defined and your practices are getting aligned, you need to share it with the world. That's right. Clearly and consistently talk about your purpose across all of your communication channels. On your website, make sure it's there. Your social media, your advertising, email marketing, your PR, and even in your one-on-one conversations. This is like what I say with your signature talk. Use it everywhere. See, authentically or authenticity is everything here. People are incredibly savvy and they can spot what ChatGPT calls purpose washing, talking about purpose without a real action. I say the fakeness, you don't fake it till you make it. People see it. They can see it from a mile away. Your communication, though, should be backed by real proof and how you're living your purpose, not some fake strategy. Storytelling, though, is incredibly powerful here. Share stories of the impact that you're making, how you're helping your customers, and what your purpose means to your team. This builds trust, connection, and reinforces your mission. Did you know that 78% of consumers feel a deeper connection to brands that communicate their mission and values authentically? Your actionable step or tip here, develop a core messaging document that outlines how you will talk about your purpose. What are some of the key phrases? What are the proof points that you have? What stories can you tell? And make sure everyone on your team who talks to the outside world is familiar with this because they represent you. So for me, the Destiny Designer, I'm reviving purpose, I'm reimagining possibility, I'm reinventing identity, and I'm releasing success. Shantae Haynes, that's me. I'm the prophetic architect of personal and professional transformation. I'm a cultivator of purpose-driven destinies and a trusted guide who empowers individuals and organizations to embrace identity, birth vision, and steward legacy. All right, ready for step number 4? That's right. Engage with your audience and foster community. See, building a purpose-driven business isn't a one-way street. It's about creating a relationship, a community around your shared values and mission, actively encouraging two-way communication with your customers and your broader audience. Ask for their feedback, not just on your products, but on your purpose-driven initiatives. Involve them in your journey. Show them how their support and their input are shaping your business and helping you achieve your collective goals. This could be through interactive social media campaigns or polls that you put out there. Just an ask campaign will do the trick. You can have customer advisory boards. You can do community forums or even collaborative projects. When customers feel like they are a part of something bigger, their loyalty deepens significantly. Brands are increasingly becoming more community builders. Your actionable tip here, plan one initiative this quarter specifically designed to engage your audience around your purpose. Now, this could be a social media campaign, asking them to share their stories related to your mission. It could be a contest that supports a cause aligned with your purpose, or even an online event discussing issues central to your why. Step number 5, measure your impact and adapt. That's right. How do you know if your purpose-driven efforts are actually making a difference? You need to measure your impact, not just your profits. See, while financial performance is, of course, essential to keep the lights on, and we want to keep the lights on, you also have to consider metrics that relate to your purpose. This could include customer feedback and testimonials, questions like, are customers mentioning your purpose or your values? Employee engagement and retention. Are your team members motivated and aligned? Social or environmental impact metrics. If this is applicable for you, you might track specific outcomes related to whatever your cause is. Has waste been reduced? Are lives improved? Is the community being served? And then as well as your brand perception. How is your brand being perceived in terms of your purpose and your authenticity? See, regularly checking how effective your purpose-driven initiatives are is going to really help. Be willing to adapt your strategies based on what you do learn. They're lessons learned for a reason. Continuous learning and trying new things are crucial. The business world changes. Your customers' needs, they evolve, and your understanding of how to best achieve your purpose will deepen over time. So stay flexible, stay curious, and stay committed to making your purpose a living, breathing reality within your business. Your actionable steps or tips here: identify 2 or 3 key performance indicators, or what we call KPIs, that they specifically relate to your purpose. Begin just, this is beyond the financial metrics. So begin by setting targets for these KPIs and decide how you will track them regularly. Was it monthly or quarterly? And use these insights to refine your approach. By systematically putting these 5 steps into action, you move your purpose from just an idea to a concrete reality in your operations, creating a business that is truly built to thrive and make a lasting positive impact. But wait, there is more, and more. The most important thing, oh yeah, we've got to talk about that X factor, that 6th sense, embedding faith and resilience. See, we've talked about strategy and frameworks and actionable steps, and you've gotten a wealth of information until now, but there is another crucial piece in this crown for impact, something that I call, or others call, the X factor or the 6th sense. It's embedding the faith and resilience. Now, this isn't necessarily about religious faith, not just being on the peripheral. And I believe God for everything. And He has truly been great in my life. And I'm going to stand on business when it comes to that. But it's about relationship and my relationship with Him. It's about a deeper, and I'm assuming for you too, a deep, unshakable belief in your mission, your values, and your ability to make a difference, combined with the grit to keep going when things get tough. But let's be real. The entrepreneurial journey is not for the faint of heart. It's rarely a smooth, straight road. There will be setbacks. There will be challenges that you never saw coming. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and maybe even a little bit of fear, even though God hasn't given us a spirit of fear. This is where the strong sense of purpose truly shows its power. Purpose-driven entrepreneurs are noticeably more resilient. When your why is big enough, you can handle almost any how. That deep connection to your mission gives you an inner strength, a toughness that helps you navigate uncertainty, learn from your failures, and keep pushing forward. Think of it as an internal compass. When storms hit, when trends shift out of nowhere, and when competitors try to rock your boat, your purpose keeps you pointing to God. It stops you from being easily swayed or giving up when the first, second, or even the 10th obstacle pops up. You will ask, Lord, let there be light. Show me the obstacles. Show me the resources that I have and what I need to do to get over this. This unwavering commitment can be a guiding light during the really tough times, and they will come. This faith in your mission can come from a few places. One, your personal conviction. That's right. A deep-seated belief in the value that you're creating and the importance of the problem that you're solving. Comes from your core values, knowing that your business operates in line with principles that you hold sacred, provides a sense of integrity and rightness even when things are difficult. It comes from a commitment to service. If your purpose is rooted in genuinely helping others, that commitment can fuel an incredible drive to overcome any barrier that stands in your way of that service. It comes from vision from the future or for the future. Holding a clear picture of the positive impact that your business will make can inspire you to push through today's difficulties. This faith now, and I say it often, isn't blind optimism. It is grounded confidence that comes from knowing you're working on something that truly matters. And this, in turn, fuels resilience, the ability to bounce back, to adapt, to find creative solutions, and to keep your motivation up when even you're facing adversity. It's the ability to see the challenges not as a stop sign, but as detours that might lead to even greater and new opportunities, and greater destinies, and deeper insights. What's more, this unwavering faith and visible resilience are incredibly inspiring to others. Your team, for one, your customers also, your investors, as well as your partners. And when they see your deep commitment, especially in these tough times, it builds their trust and belief in your business and its long-term future. A leader's unwavering commitment to a clear, compelling purpose that goes beyond just profit is truly transformative. So how do you cultivate this? Yeah, reconnect with your why regularly. Remind yourself, especially during challenging times, why you started this journey. Celebrate all wins. I was going to say small wins, but all wins. Acknowledge progress along the way to keep up the momentum as well as the morale. Build a supportive network. Surround yourself with mentors, peers, and people who believe in your vision. You cannot do this alone. And then practice self-care. Resilience is also about managing your own energy and well-being so you don't burn out. See, embedding this kind of faith and resilience isn't just a nice to have. It's a strategic advantage that allows your purpose-driven business to not just survive, but to truly thrive over the long haul, weathering storms and coming out stronger. Key principles to lasting impact. Oh, you have come this far, and I am so excited about that. So let's get ready to close, wrapping up this blueprint. It's really important, though, to highlight a few big picture principles that are essential to making sure that your business doesn't just hit some initial success, but creates lasting impact. These principles should be woven into your daily culture and strategic thinking of your organization. First and foremost, it's got to be authenticity. In a world absolutely flooded with marketing messages, people have an incredibly sharp radar for fakeness. Oh, we don't like the fake and phony. No one wants the bait and switch. And if you don't have the expertise, then please do us all a favor and find what you are good at. Solve a problem that you have overcome. Your purpose must be genuine, and it has to show up consistently in all your business practices from the top down. If you champion customer well-being, your policies and your actions must demonstrate it. I say it this way: your lips and your hips should match. Any disconnect between what you say and what you do will quickly break down trust and damage your reputation. Authenticity is the bedrock of a long-term relationship with your customers and your community. Modern customers expect brands to stand for more than just profit and to be real about it. Second, cultivate deep empathy. Now, we touched on this in the purpose-driven design, but it's important for lasting impact, just can't be stressed enough. Always try to understand and even anticipate the needs, the desires, and the pain points of your customers and anyone involved in your business. Fall in love with those that you are called to serve. Have people over profits. I say true learning is not head to head, but it's heart to heart. Since Heart to Heart Truth Ministries. See, people don't want to know how much you know until they know how much you care. Design your products, your services, and your experiences with the end user truly in mind. Empathy allows you to stay relevant, to innovate in meaningful ways, to build genuine emotional connections. It's about seeing your business not just as a provider of goods or services, but as a partner in your customers' lives, helping them achieve their goals or solve their problems. Third, a commitment to continuous learning and adaptation. Oh, you're right. I'm a lifelong learner. The world doesn't stand still. Markets do evolve. Technologies change. Yes, they do. Customers' needs do shift. And your own understanding of your purpose might even deepen over time. Businesses that thrive in the long term are those that embrace a culture of always learning, tweaking, and adapting. So when you stop learning today, I say you stop learning or you stop teaching effectively tomorrow. That's a quote by Howard Hendricks. I live by that one. I guess that's why I have so many books on the shelf and I'm always learning. So be open to feedback. Actually go out and ask for it. Be willing to experiment, to learn from both successes and failures, and to adjust your strategies as you go. This doesn't mean ditching your core purpose. It means finding new and better ways to achieve it in an ever-changing world. Be that disruptor when you need to be. Being too rigid can be a death sentence to any business. Again, remember Blockbuster? Flexibility rooted in purpose leads to a long life. Fourth, transparency. Now, this goes hand in hand with authenticity. Today's consumers demand honesty about what you've overcome: customer practices, business strategy and impact, and product claims. So being open about your operations, even when they're not perfect, but that you're trying to improve, builds an immense trust. Clear communication is becoming more and more important. And finally, foster a strong community. We talked about engagement earlier, but building a genuine community around your brand and its purpose creates advocates and loyal fans who will champion your mission. It's easier to have a repeat customer than finding a new one. And if a satisfied customer recommends you, that's gold. This sense of belonging is a powerful driver of long-term engagement and support. So by embedding these principles, the authenticity, the empathy, the continuous learning, the transparency, and the community into your heart of your business, you move beyond just fleeting success. You start to build a resilient, respected, and truly impactful organization that can stand the test of time and make a meaningful, positive contribution to this world. This is how you can build not just a business, but a legacy. And you feel fulfilled and genuinely pleased that what you have created is amazing. So let me recap or summarize all of this because we've covered a lot. We've covered a lot of ground today. Pulling back the curtain on the Crown for Impact framework as well as the purpose-driven blueprint, but let's quickly run through the journey that we've taken. We started by understanding the critical difference between passion, what gets you excited, and purpose. That deeper why your business exists to serve others. We then faced the pitfalls or chasing those fleeting trends, the fast track to burnout, and the businesses that really lack a soul. We did a quick overview of the Crowned for Impact framework, CROWN, and then we dove into some core pillars of the blueprint, uncovering your who and your why, really getting to know your ideal customer and defining your core emotional reason for being in business. We defined your what and your how, setting the bold mission and laying out the core values that guide you and how you operate. And then embracing purpose-driven design, intentionally aligning every single aspect of your business with your purpose, using principles like empathy, collaboration, and smart data-driven decisions. We then walk through the blueprint in action, those 5 practical steps to build your purpose-driven business. Defining your purpose, aligning it with all of the practices, communicating it consistently and authentically, engaging your audience, and measuring your impact so that you can adapt and grow. And then finally, we explored that X factor, that 6th sense, embedding faith and resilience, faith in your business, and those crucial key principles for lasting impact: authenticity, empathy, continuous learning, transparency, and community. Now, this blueprint, it isn't some magic bullet. It isn't. It's about a fundamental shift in how you approach building your business, moving from chasing short-term fads to intentionally designing a company that's built on a rock-solid foundation of purpose, fueled by your authentic passion and engineered for unstoppable success and making a real world difference. Now, this blueprint is powerful, but it only works if you actually use it. So I have a few invitations for you. First, if this message really hit home for you, if you're ready to stop chasing and start building a business that truly thrives, then please hit the like button below. It really helps me know that this content is valuable to you. And if you haven't already, again, I'm going to say make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. That way you're notified. We put out content like this regularly, all designed to help you build not just a successful business, but a meaningful one. Second, I love to hear from you in the comments, all right? What was the biggest takeaway from today? Or if you're feeling a little bold, share a little bit about your passion or purpose. What are you driven to create? What gets the conversation, let's get that conversation going and support each other on this journey. And finally, because I know putting this into action is where the real magic happens, I'm working with purpose-driven leaders, kingdom coaches in a business builder accelerator program to help you take these concepts and start applying them to your business or your idea every single day. I'm going to drop that link in the description, but it's at chontahaynes.com. You're going to find that link. All right. Now, remember, the world doesn't need more businesses. It needs more businesses that matter. Businesses that are built with intention, led with heart, and dedicated to making a positive impact. You have the power to build one of those businesses, and I'm believing in you that you will. Thank you so much for investing your time with me today. Go out there, build with purpose, ignite your passion, and create a business that not only thrives, but helps to shape a better future. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes, the Destiny Designer. I'm with Heart to Heart Truth Ministries, helping you put feet to your faith so that you can walk victoriously. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. God bless.